today that we want to recognize, and we're going to do that, but I have to follow the direction of what Tina told me to do. So the first thing that I'm going to do is introduce Tina Kamer. Tina, come on up and tell us about Bryan Properties.
Hi, everyone. So I wanted to welcome you to the future Rock Springs and Bryan Properties community. I'm Tina Marie with Bryan Properties, and we'd like to thank you for coming out today to help us celebrate. Sorry, I'm so excited. Okay, this is such an amazing day, not only for Bryan Properties, but for Harrison. For those of you that may not know me, I still call Harrison my hometown, and it's very near and dear to my heart. To be able to personally see the growth in the past few years locally has been phenomenal. The best part, though, this afternoon, not only do we get to celebrate the groundbreaking, but the future of Harrison. About a year and a half ago, I reached out to Bob at the Chamber while researching the need for housing. I'll never forget that phone call. I already knew firsthand that Harrison was in desperate need of housing for students, young professionals, and families. I'd experienced it personally myself. That phone call, though, was the highlight of my career thus far. To have someone that was influential in the community confirm the struggles within our community was pivotal. The excitement from our end to develop and the need of quality homes to allow Harrison to grow, it created the perfect relationship. Together, we have the opportunity to provide over 200 apartments to not only families, but to also support the local workforce in this area. What a huge impact and blessing that will be for this town. On behalf of Bryan Properties and from the bottom of our hearts, we want to thank Ryan Carran, our broker from RE/MAX, the Chamber, the City of Harrison, local businesses, and the community that has not only welcomed us with open arms, but have went above and beyond, helping us begin to plant roots in our ever-growing town of Harrison. Thank you. I also want to let you know that we have t-shirts and cups over there as gifts for you guys for coming today. And I'd like to introduce our architect, Rob Hake from H to Bays.
I'm not a speech, but I did write down a couple of things. So I've known Bryan Majors, there you are, for a long time. And Bryan's been very good to me, and I hope I've been good to him. But one of the things that I wanted to emphasize is home is where people build and maintain their strongest relationships. So we're really proud of being a part of this process and providing a home and actually a landmark, hopefully, for new development. So that's my speech. I'm going to introduce Brad Gebhardt, the CFO.
Like Rob said, my name is Brad Gebhardt. I'm the Chief Financial Officer for Bryan Properties. What a great turnout we have. Thanks for everybody for coming out. This is kind of the momentum that we've basically felt since we've landed here, and started researching this project. So it really helps us to make these large decisions, to come into a market where we know we're going to be accepted and have a good opportunity, for success for both sides, not just us, but for the community itself. A little bit about Bryan Properties. We're a 40-year-old firm. You're going to get to hear from our principal here in a couple minutes. We operate in 3 main business lanes. We do multifamily housing, we do student housing, and we also do hospitality hotels. Whatever we touch, we kind of have a saying within our company that we want to be the best in class. We want to provide quality housing. We self-manage all of our assets, so whatever we touch and invest in, we're going to see that it's managed appropriately and give the best experience to our residents. I want to talk a little bit about our team. First of all, everybody that's in a green shirt here is from Bryan Properties. We made the trip over from Springfield. Obviously, Tina has been instrumental in getting us started over here. But what a great groundbreaking we have here. We also see a lot of people from Killian Construction, our general contractor. Glad to have them make a great appearance here in representation. You just heard from Rob, our architect. Get a chance, look at our plans. He's drawn up some very impressive buildings for this development, so we're excited to get started on that. Just a few other statements. When we came over here, Erica Peppers and I met with the mayor and Bob, and a lot of the local businesses too, and the company leaders of this town. And we just heard over and over and over, how desperate quality housing is in this market. So we really felt like that was a great opportunity as a partnership for us and the community. So really excited to get started. We appreciate the opportunity. I know it's hot out here, so I won't be too long-winded, but I do want to introduce our principal, Bryan Majors.
Well, it's good to be here. We're doing a couple other projects, but I would say at least once a week, Tina will knock on my door and say, "Focus on Harrison." And so we're glad to be here. And we've always felt positive about this town, the people in it, and that this project will do very well. But now that we're focused, we've found a good architect in Rob Hake, who's designed student housing and all kinds of different architectures all over the country. He is a award-winning architect, and his firm is right up there making it happen. We have Killian Construction, who's going to build it. In the past, they built all the property that John Q. Hammonds had built. And they are a trustworthy, dependable builder. And that's what we were looking for, and they had the time to do it, which we were just lucky. And then lastly, our team at Bryan Properties. Wow. The people that are in the green shirts took the time to come down to get to know everybody here. And I want to thank them for doing that. And I know Bob said if we just set up a table right here and once a week put it in the newspaper that we were leasing, that we would be successful. And that is just the demand that seems to be going on here in the town. So thank you for allowing us to come into your town, that we can work together in a partnership to make it a better place. And we're just happy to do it. And I'd now like to introduce Jerry Jackson, our mayor.
All right, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Of course, we can't thank Bryan and his team enough. It did start about a year and a half ago with a meeting with, I think Tina was actually living in Harrison at that time. So we sat on her door. Ryan was a big part of this. And we made it happen. And it was one of the things, folks, a year and a half, 2 years ago, we realized we were in such need of housing. We were reaching out to anybody and everybody. I mean, we had anybody that had a hammer. We wanted them in the conference room to talk to them about building. And we met with some other big ones. And when Bryan came down, when you came down with your team and you left, we said, Bob, these are the people we need. This is exactly what we need. Nice housing, new housing, and affordable. And that's probably the key. And we didn't really know if we were going to get you or not. I know we back and forth on several things, the land, and you finally put that deal together. But there at the end, I think what you did, and Brad, I'm sure you were a part of this, and Erica and Emily, they put a deal together with the local manufacturers that I had never heard about before. And the local manufacturers stepped up and said, we'll be a part of this. We'll put our money where our mouth is. We need workers, and we need housing to get workers. And they're doing just that. Our local manufacturers are doing that with you. And I thought that was marvelous. That was brilliant what you guys did in that area. And I really want to thank Bob Largent and the Chamber. Bob worked day and night on this project. I'm telling you, he never gave up. If you got something, you put Bob and head him in that direction, and it'll happen. So Bob, thank you. I can't thank you enough. You give me an update. I call Tina every now and then, and you kept on saying, yeah, it'll happen. And I was saying, maybe, but it did. It is happening right now, Bryan. Thank you. Harrison appreciates you guys very much. Thank you.
Thanks, Mayor. Thanks, Jerry. This was a team effort. I didn't do it. Jerry didn't do it. It's almost everybody that's here. We've got a lot of our ambassadors in red. They represent some 30 businesses in town. So they're excited to have you here. I'm going to try to do our board members. Joan Bell, Jake Gray, Scott Miller, Dr. Stuart Pratt, Superintendent of Schools. He's got teachers that need houses, guys, so talk to Stuart. Wade Phillips, the Chief Operating Officer of the city. Did I miss any of our board? Hey, we're just glad you're here, so we're going to make it official. We're going to have a groundbreaking. Bryan, you have to lead the crowd up here and get your right people. As soon as Donna tells us it's okay and she gets the picture made, we invite you to go over and have some cool ice cream, compliments of, let's see, Tina, you're responsible for that. No, but Tina got them. So come over and have some ice cream after the groundbreaking. Thank you. Bryan?